Oh yeah, it's on. All right, this is episode 26 of the I Don't Know What to Do with My Life podcast. And today's main topic is... Hang on, let me hit this and then we'll get to the main topic. See if you can guess it while I'm ripping this massive bong. This is some of my final weed too. Here we go. Oh, that's living. See? First weave. First weave I've had all day, girl. First fucking weed all day. So today's topic is addiction. Isn't that crazy, right? As I'm coughing like a biatch. So from now on, with the podcast, it's been aimless. You know, we cover topics, but they're a little all over the place. So now I'm going to hone in on, let's say, one topic. I'm going to start with one. We'll call it a kickoff topic. Even though this is episode 26, and all the episodes after this till like 32 are the old format. But, you know, we jumble it around because it doesn't matter. No one's listening. Although I will say, okay, before I get into addiction, according to my analytics on YouTube, my number one listeners, or listener, or that one guy who listened that one time, is in Wisconsin. It goes like Wisconsin, Washington, California, Oregon, then Texas. And then there's a bunch of others, but they're just like little clicks. So what's up, Wisconsin? Man, if you're listening, hey, I've never been there, so what up? Yeah, so this topic of addiction, shit's been, it's been a journey. Like, I didn't start smoking. A little background on me. I didn't even start smoking weed until I was like 22, and I didn't start drinking until I was 21, until I was, it's not like I waited till I was 21, like I was waiting till marriage. It was just like, I didn't like it, because I had family, fucking raging alcoholics. Jake and I will talk about that. That's my cousin. His mom, my dad, just everyone, dude. Just drinking. It's fucking crazy. So I didn't do that because I saw that, and I was like, I don't like it. And then I had a big problem with it, and then I got sick of having a problem with it at a certain point. I was 21, had girlfriends, and like, we're going to go out and get smashed with our friends, and I just didn't. I was like, I couldn't handle that shit, because I was like, what are they going to do when they do this? And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the feeling. I thought you just like changed into another person. But apparently, you don't change into another person until you're like, 12 bush lights in, or something like that. I don't know. I'll ask my dad. I just thought you took a sip and you just snapped into a different person, but I didn't see how much they were drinking. So I didn't know how far out of it they actually were when they were fucking crazy. So after seeing that, had a big problem with it, and then I got sick of having having them go out, and it looked like they're having fun, and then me just being a bitch, And so I was like, I'm going to, because I smoked cigarettes at the time, I did at least, and I was just into all the fucking cool boxes, dude, with the packaging on the cigarettes. The cigarette company, like, cigarette companies, like, I need to learn from their fucking marketing, dude. Like, yeah, I'm gonna move my muff back a little. There we go. I think I'm popping a little. I need a little space on the microphone. They did some good marketing, though. So I liked the cigarettes here and there, because I would get like a fancy pack. I wouldn't get like fucking Pall Mall Reds or anything like that. I'd get something fancy, some Dunhill International, something, So I thought I could do the same with alcohol. I'll just do the same with beer. I'll find a beer I like, and then every now and then, when my girlfriends go out to drink and stuff, It won't be like I'm a fucking weirdo. And at the time, you know, when you are that age, when I was 21, people look at you as though you are a weirdo. And for a long time, I didn't drink and no one cared. But it was always this thing where it's like you're different somehow. You know, the peer pressure thing. But no one actually peer pressuring me. It was peer pressure from my head. Turning the microphone. There we go. Yeah, from in my head, I was like, you know, this is setting me apart from others, and I can't be with them. So I started drinking, and didn't even think about weed. I think I smoked weed a couple times. Couple times before I fell in love. So I was drinking, and just kind of, the things went bad at that apartment. I lived with people there. And it went bad with a roommate and I had to leave in very short notice. Like, I fucking had to be out by, like, the end of the week kind of shit. So, I found an awesome place in Brown's Addition in Spokane. What's up? Oh, man. I needed that water badly. Yeah, Brown's Addition, I got this good apartment. But then I remember the drinking. I started drinking more and more. And then I started, like, liking it a little bit. And then, anyway, the drinking is a separate career. But what basically happened was, and we'll talk about that career as well, but we really started with the weed here. Because the weed is the one that fucking, as a kid, I was, if you looked at my room as a kid and you went in there and you didn't know it was an 8-year-old, 6-year-old, and you went in there and you went, this kid's smoking weed. You just looked. You could I had a disco ball, black lights, blacklight posters. The room was dedicated to music. Everything was pointing in the corner towards, it was just, you know, car posters on one wall, dude. Like, I would have had fucking, I had my ladies, but they were hidden because I couldn't have them on the walls, you know. But it just looked like, you know, I had the glow-in-the-dark stars on the ceiling. You name it, dude. Like pothead's fucking dream. So I did, and I was into everything, dude. I was into 70s music as a young kid, and I loved the Dazed and Confused, you know, movie, you know. That was my shit when I was like 6 or whatever the fuck. I watched that forever, dude. I didn't understand any of the shit in it. I didn't understand they were smoking weed. I watch it now. I'm like, oh my God, I watched this shit? My dad let me watch that and Predator, which was the fucking, I can't say that word, Predator. But that time period I fell in love with, dude. I loved it. And I just loved everything. So everything I did was like a pothead. But I knew nothing about it because my dad conveniently left that out. If you listen to that other podcast, he just kind of didn't mention weed. He just didn't talk about it. He said, don't drink. He just didn't mention that. So everything I did. So then when I was 22, fast forward, it's like a movie. You know, I don't know, I guess it was just like, I was drinking a lot. And I just wanted to go, drinking was a gateway for me. Yeah, I just wanted to go a step further. So I thought, okay, my window's open. I wonder if my neighbors can hear. That's the only people listening. Oh, shit. What was I saying? So I was 22 and I just wanted to go further, right? Yep, that was what I was saying. So I got some weed. Where'd I get it? I think I got it from Jake. Jake gave it to me, or I got it from, not Robbie yet. He didn't know I smoked. Jace. I think I bought it from Jace, who was my Korean friend. And I got it, and I was in the garage with it, and I had a little spoon pipe. You know, it's a regular classic one. It was blue from Puffin Glass in Spokane. $20, bought it. And I was in there, and I loaded it up. I was in the garage. I lived in a little 2-bedroom house with Cam, my brother. And $400 rent, unbelievable, fucking Spokane. And I went in the garage, and I just was like, I'm going to smoke this until I know what the fuck this is, finally. It's like, I'm going to finally know what this is, dude. So I smoked it, and you know how it is in the beginning. Some people, it's instant. Others, they're like, what the fuck is this thing, dude? And then it just goes, boom. So I started feeling, I was in the garage, and I was definitely feeling it. I was like, And then I went into the house, and I was watching TV, and that's when I saw the visual kind of blurriness that I guess is the THC part, you know, which is the part I love. I like the CBD is medicinal, and that's great, and indicas are, you know, like a body high for a lot of reasons. I actually keep one on hand a lot of the time. If you have a real headache or when Ashton has her periods because she can't take pills and shit, we'll tell that story later. That's a good one. We'll go to that. But I really like the psychedelic, the TH sizzle. So I got that experience and it just all clicked. It was just, my whole life, everything. I should have been a pothead in high school. I should have done it then and got it out then and then quit it as I went into adulthood. Not discover it so much later and fall so deep for it that now it's like, dude, I can barely even fucking see straight at fucking times, dude. Like, I just took a bong rip there. I just feel weird always. So it's for anyone who doesn't know. I wake up and I take a bong rip before work. Then I go to work. And I just work. I work all day. I used to smoke on my lunches, and I don't do that anymore. So, because it costs too much money. The reasons we quit. So then when I come home, I smoke as much as I want. As many times as I want at night. And they're all bong rips, like you just heard. That big fucking one. That's how I do it, son. You got to breathe in through the nose at the same time that you're doing it. That's how you do it. Kenny G style, for anyone who knows. Anyway, so I'm doing that. And then on days off, that was loud. On days off, I just smoke as much as I want, and they're all bong rips. All of them. So, without exception. When I'm home, that's my life, is the bong, yo. So I get to this point where it's like, it's like you need to have the hangover, but I'm just prolonging the hangover. But I'm doing it for like years because I'm never really fully coming down from the THC. I'll smoke right before I go to sleep like a moron. And then like they always say, don't smoke in the middle of the night. I'll take a bong rip in the middle of the night. Like I fucked myself up, dude. For anyone out there, if you fucked yourself up like this, dude, it's kind of embarrassing. It's kind of like, geez, dude. I realize now I've altered my brain chemistry by giving it these shots. It's dopamine, right? Doesn't that give you like a spike in that or something? Scientists, hello. Email in scientist at the IDK podcast at gmail.com. Episode 26. Water time. I have to get off the mic for the water. I'm not going to edit it. Jeez. So I realize I fucked my head up because it's like when I don't have it, I feel weird. And things are like blurry. I feel like high when I don't have it. When I feel weird and high, and then I start to feel like, like I do feel the fucking withdrawals. I feel that the slow and the depressed kind of thing. It's just like dismal. It's bad. But then when I smoke, it's like, then I'm also out of it again. So it's all like right now, I just smoked, and so now I'm focusing on the screen and stuff, but it's like stuff doesn't really focus the same. It's like I'm not clear-headed. What the hell is that sound? What the hell is that? It sounds like a big-ass truck. So I'm not clear-headed at all, y'all. Ever. And I can't get clear-headed. There's no in-between. If anyone's doing this, email in. Email in just to make me feel like not the only fucking idiot who just fell for it so deeply that they just thought, oh, it can never hurt you. Oh, it can, y'all. Because I love it. So I've been living off the shake that I had at the house. Just nothing but that. Water again. And my mouth is dry. See, I need extra water. I can't do a good podcast right now. But I think that was it, dude. What I just scraped together. It's 11:30. I'm going to eat soon. And I think that's the last of it that I smoked. I don't think I can scrape together yet even another bowl. I think I've 10 different capfuls of stems in varying stages of how thick the stems are down to, like, I gold panning it down, And it works brilliantly. I can't believe how long I've smoked. But I just said I don't want to pay for it anymore, and I'm not going to buy it for a second, For like, dude, I need to take like a year off for as much as I've been doing it, And honestly, right now, and I've been doing it for like 5, 6 7, 8, I don't even know how many years. Like my ponytail on the back of my head is fucking long, dude. Like, that's what I'm saying. If anyone knows, you put it back behind your head and you just keep living, and then all of a sudden it's like down to your ass, and you're like, where is my life? I mean, I look badass. I look beautiful. It's fucking crazy. But at what price? The price of life. Oh, man. Yeah, but the addiction to it is tough. So I'm just going to let myself run out, and I'm just going to let it ride. And I'll update you in like 10 episodes, because there's a bunch in between this. But I'll do the weed update. And you know, honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drink more at first. I know it's not smart, and that's really not going to help the situation, but I think it is going to help the situation. I'm just going to drink, like, not crazy. I'm just going to keep drinking, you know. I'll just have a couple beers at night like I do. I don't drink tons. Yesterday I had like 5, though. That was crazy. For me, that's crazy. But I was celebrating summer, so it's aight. Yeah, my throat's fucked up. No, it's all right. No, it's fucked up. I want to get to the point, though, where I can see straight and clear again. And then hold on to that. And if I smoke, I'll let that go up. And then I'm going to let myself come completely down off of that smoking for like a buffer day afterwards. Like a buffer day or 2 days where I don't even, you know. And then strict rules if I ever do again, honestly. Because I just, it's crazy, dude. Just living this, and to me it's insane. And so I can't imagine a real drug. Because weed is, you know, it's a drug. It definitely is. Or it's a medicine, but if you abuse it and treat it like a drug, then it becomes one. That's what I told Colin. It's like, if you treat it like a drug, then it will be. Trust me. If you smoke it like a meth head, like every chance you get, every time you come down off the high, then there are going to be prices you pay for that shit, dude. It's the way it goes. So I'm just going to keep drinking beer at night. Just kind of, you know, I have a couple days off. I'm not going to fucking drink beers, and just kind of try to sleep. It doesn't really matter, you know, for a couple days. And then it's weird, though. I just can't imagine heroin, dude, because it's like a huge event. Like, to me, this is just like, I probably need to go exercise to release some endorphins or some shit, right? I definitely need to be active. So this is like my last high for a while. The last high. Oh shit. I did this a while back, and I just fucking I just fucking didn't care. I just said, that's it. And I quit for like a couple months, and I felt great. You know, even though I was drinking still, I still felt great. So I'm going to do that. Try to see clear again. But with the drinking, you know, I went through that. Back to that career. The 2 careers of my life. I started drinking, the first beer I ever liked was Honeymoon. Remember that shit? That shit's for chicks. Honeymoon from Blue Moon. But it's that special summer one, I think. And I got it, and it's just sweet enough that I took a sip, and it was the first beer I drank that I was like, that was all right. You know, that was the first time it wasn't just like the worst fucking thing ever. I really forced this in. So then I started drinking them. I discovered Molson, because in Spokane you have all the Canadian beers for whatever reason. Over here in Portland and Seattle, we don't get them. I can never find Molson, Labatt Blue, any of that shit. And anyway, so like started just, I don't know, I just kind of went up. And then I got to a point back when I lived with Ashton in Seattle, that was completely different. So I drank every night for a long time. Every single night. It was one point I realized that I didn't have a single night where I wasn't drunk for like 3 years, and I took a night off, and I was like, whoa, this is fucking weird to take a night off. And then it was weird that it was weird to take a night off. So then you start realizing like something's going on here. But then the drinking, when I was living with Ashton in the early days with my girl, I got to a certain point. I was stressed out working a lot. I had a part-time job and then a full-time job. Part-time music job that wasn't quite enough to support. but it did take up a lot of nights and then a full-time job at the paint store. So right from the paint store, sometimes I had to bring my gear to work and go straight to the teaching gig and do that. But it was transitioning into, it was hopefully, because that'd be part of a dream of mine to make living off of music teaching would be awesome. Which I just applied for a job, and I'll update you and let you know how that goes. But it's part-time, but I can make it work, y'all. It's like 20-something an hour. Back crack. When I got to the point where I was working there, I think I was just stressed. Where I just would drink, and I would just keep drinking and keep doing it. And then that's the first when I learned about double vision. Was that time period, what it actually was, and experiencing it. And when I go out to bars, it would just be just chaos, dude. Just fucking chaos. Just drinking. I'm just walking around out of it, and smoking too all the time when I was. So I always had a pipe on me, always, So I smoke and drink always. Oh, fuck, I'm hungry. Jeez, what are we at? We're at 21? Oh, man, 21 and done. I'm hungry. But yeah, the addiction, it's tough, it's like, it's fucking weird. I never thought as a kid, if anyone out there, in Wisconsin, the one guy, who listened for like 25 minutes, that's a long time, dude, you listen. But if you ever think of yourself as a kid and think, if someone would have told you, you're going to be addicted to something when you grow up, you'd be like, nah, fucking way, dude. No way, I'm smarter than that. That's what you would say at that age, But then, life is a bitch. Sometimes it's annoying. It is very annoying. Because you're not, That's why it's confusing, because it's, I don't know. I know money's not the key to happiness, but I feel like it's a part of the equation to be balanced enough. That's a part of it. Because if that is low, it's going to be tough, So that's got to at least be stable. Because, Ashton and I, this podcast is free, y'all. We're well below the poverty line. And which is crazy because we're so well below the poverty line on a technical basis, But I have like $5,000 in the bank, always. And other people are like, I don't have $5,000. I don't have anywhere near that. Even people who have shit because they have credit run up and stuff, and they have like a nice car, a nice house. Even my dad sometimes, he's like, I don't have that much money right now. Not on me. But he has like millions fucking wrapped up in other shit, I don't even know. What a biatch. I never thought. Yeah, but life, so the money is part of the equation. It's not the key, but it's part of the key. It's like the key is like it's a bunch made of a bunch of pieces, and that's one part. So I have to figure out something on the I Don't Know What to Do With My Life podcast. See? That's what we're doing here. We're trying to figure it out. It's a bitch. It's a bitch when you lost, you had such a path you were on that was hardcore. Like the music thing was hardcore, and then I don't know, I think it just got, the hustling and doing it just got old or something. Something about it. Or, not being able to find good musicians to play with, so therefore you have to completely play on your own, and that's just really hustling, which gets real tough, Playing alone when you're used to playing with like a legitimate band of like talented people is fucking tough. So then you get to the point where you're not playing shows anymore and you're working, and then you are a musician, but you're not. Because if you're not playing live shows, you're really not. In my opinion. It's a deep podcast, yo. Oh, shit, I'm hungry. But you just get to that point, and then all of a sudden, you don't have a legitimate career. I've been in retail for 13 years. Oh, God. Right now, my thing is passive income. If I can find any sort of way to make money with my money. I already have stocks going, so I'm going to rebalance those. I have this plan that I didn't make up, that I heard about this guy talking about this other guy who's really rich. This other guy who's really rich talking about richness and stuff, and this investment plan where there's 4 categories of what the economy can be in, either this, or this. And most people have all stocks, which is only a quarter of the whole fucking thing. And so what he's talking about is taking your total amount of investment and just spreading it evenly, 25% across the board. So no matter what goes on with the economy or the fucking world, you're covered on one of these categories. And it made sense. It's something to be like 85% something successful since the Great Depression or some bullshit. I think after, I hope. So I have an Edward Jones, that's all. My grandpa bought me stocks and shit back in the day. But as soon as I get shit together, I'm going to take control of that and rebalance it. I just need to talk to someone, just tell them exactly what to do. They're going to try to sell me other shit, like, get this package thing. It's like, that's not what the millionaire and then the billionaire said to do. I'm just going to go with that and see if it does anything. And then also trying to use the fucking internet to make some goddamn money. Doing all kinds of shit. I don't even know. Thinking about selling products. I don't know. What products would you buy? Buy this water bottle. It's clear and it holds water. Oh, and I needed it and food desperately. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, addiction though. So if you're dealing with it, especially if it's something real, this is just it's just petty shit really in my life that I don't need it. I have other shit to worry about, and I can't even see straight. That's really, I'm like doing stuff, and I'm like, what the fuck? I can focus on stuff, but I have to really, either that or I'm losing my eyesight. Maybe I just need they say you're supposed to have your eyes looked at every 3 years, or no, they change every 3 years. So I could need glasses at this fucking point. I wouldn't even fucking know. So I wonder if it's that, and then I'm also high. But I don't know. I'm going to quit this smoking weed and see if I can see straight. And then if not, I'm going to have to go get to an eye doctor. I bet it's that. Probably something real simple. Like, yeah, dude, you're fucking getting old. You're blind. You're 30. That's it. You're done. No, we live way longer than that now. We live way too long now. Jeez. No way I'm getting to 100. Well, I feel now I'm going to need some kind of throat surgery or something someday. I mean, I guess that's fine. Once you have it, it's done. But still, I don't want to do it. And things are only going to go worse if you don't keep it up. But hence, the addiction, cutting that out would be good. Then I could also see and do stuff. I seem to think all right, but I think it would help me think better. I think it would help me think. Because I function pretty damn well as it is. So sometimes it makes me think like, yeah, if you weren't fucking out of it all the time in some way, which I'm not really even when I am, then because, speaking pretty coherently here, and I just took a huge bong rip, or maybe it's not coherent. I'll listen to it. It's probably crazy. But these are one topics. This is way better. I like the one topic, coming back to it, branching off it with the ADD and coming back. That's good. Yeah, we're doing that. So episodes 27 through 32, ignore that, and then we'll pick you up at 33 or something. Probably not. That's probably not the number. I can't remember. I'm posting these fast. We're getting some views. We doing it up. Wisconsin, Texas. Not listening for too long, except for in Wisconsin. But we might have a guy from Philadelphia on here. I'm going to do a phone call cast again. Try to edit it so the voices sound legit, or at least louder than last time. He's from Philly. He's, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, yo. And then also a comedian that's coming up. All right, so this is... Oh, someone text me? Oh, that's something stupid. All right, well, this is the I Don't Know What to Do With My Life podcast. We have the email. It's episode 26. The email is the IDK WTD podcast. Yeah, you got it. At gmail.com. Yeah. So, oh, damn it. I got problems with money right now. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, my God. They sent it to the wrong address. Oh, life is annoying because I need that right now. Oh, damn. Okay, well, Gotta go, y'all. Signing off. Have a good one. This has been Serious Podcast number 1. I'll probably have another someday.